Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today it's going to be a game between Jaedong and Shuttle, here on a map I don't recognize. Once again, if you can help me out with this map name, then I would appreciate it. Whew! Alrighty then, right side of this map, we have the blue Zerg player named Jaedong, and in the top left, we have the brown Protoss player named Shuttle. Okay, so Shuttle was featured on our Tuesday edition of Brood War Remastered. He faced Larva, another Zerg player, and Larva, not entirely sure his strategy was okay, so I figured I'd find a game where Jaedong played against Shuttle and see if it differed. I know that Shuttle probably doesn't use the same exact strategy, but I just want to see how Jaedong handles whatever Shuttle can throw at him. Alright, got these replays off of TeamLiquid.net. Very, very excellent community over there. But if you're here for Brood War, you probably already know about that. Whew! Alright, so probe scouting here. Basically, this is a 4-player map with a little swirly thing in the middle. Basically, the replay sometimes has the name of the map in Korean, which just means I don't read Korean, can't entirely tell what it is. Oh, hold on. Did I just get rid of this by accident? Yes, I did get rid of that by accident, and then I want to do this. There we go. Production tab is up and happy and running. I was like, something feels wrong. Something feels like something's missing. Ah, production tab was gone. We're back. Anyway, the point is, somebody said, can't you just use Google Translate? And no, I can't use Google Translate because I can't copy-paste from inside the remastered client into a web browser. I guess I could. Ooh. I just had a thought. There's a Goggles app that Google has put out where it does on-the-fly translation of words that are printed, or words that it can see, and so I think I might try that, actually. Well, too late now. Too late to get into them. We're already into this game. So, let's go ahead and see what these players are up to here. Jaedong is going for that hatch. Come back, minimap. We need you for things. Spawning pool there. No gas quite yet out of Jaedong. Not planning on being aggressive with speedlings at all to this point. And it's the Forge Fast Expand out of Shuttle, which he did not do against Larva in that 2012 replay, whenever that one was. This is from 2010, for those of you who are curious about that kind of information. 2010 is the date on this one. Nexus on the way. I mean, this is a very, very difficult build to hold against somebody as good as Jaedong is, but Jaedong's going for that third base. Where is it? There it is. Third base up north here. Basically, we can tell by the lack of gas, which he is taking now, but didn't in the first couple minutes here. So he's planning on defending whatever comes his way with slowlings, maybe some sunken colonies if necessary. But the Overlord has scouted this and says, oh, okay, there's not even a cannon up yet, and this gateway is not even halfway complete. I am fine. There's literally nothing Shuttle can do to me. I'm going to open with this third hatch. We're going to go macro style all the way, baby. Jaedong is very comfortable with the macro style, making stuff back home, doing incredible micro in the middle of the map here too. Shuttle is no macro slouch either, man. He is capable of producing so many units at once, continuing to go for High Templar and Archons and Zealots and Reavers and all those things that are very good against Zerg. You need that splash damage, ladies and gentlemen. If you're struggling against Zergs on the ladder as a Protoss player, make sure you have splash damage. It will help you immensely. Storm is your god that you must worship if you're going to beat somebody who is going for a big Hydra composition. A lot of Zerglings, even really good against Lurkers. Two-shotting those Lurkers, 2 storms will take one down. So yeah, nothing much happening here in the early stages of the game. I do want to say, if you're interested in continuing to support further StarCraft Remastered casts, go ahead and hit me up on patreon.com. That has a weird arrow thing there for a second there. Time the crap out. What are these? Maybe they're just to not allow vultures to come through here and attack this base, but smaller units can. Anyway, very distracted. Patreon.com/FalconPaladin. You can subscribe to me for as little as $1 a month to support future StarCraft Brood War cast. I really appreciate it and love you forever, if and you did. Okay, yeah, this... It's like instead of crystals blocking things... Ah, see, this has the arrow now. And now it doesn't. I have to imagine this is to keep vultures from coming down this ramp. It looks like it's just narrow enough that lings and drones and probes and stuff can come through. And zealots, but no vultures. Because this is an excellent little backdoor attack onto this third base. This is kind of a weird map that way, though, right? You have a lot of different bases, a lot of different ways to get into those bases. Macro hatch on the way here from Jaedong. And a Spire. Scouted by the probe. Excellent job by Shuttle. Recognizes the Ultralisk opening, which is fairly common from Jaedong, so it's not like he's surprised by this or anything. Man, I keep seeing blue all over the map, and the blue is just close enough of a shade to what Jaedong is sporting here that it makes me feel confused a little bit. But it's a lighter blue. You can see on the mini-map there, that's a lighter blue than what Jaedong is running with. Alright, what are you doing, Shuttle? Shuttle is going for the Corsair opening here, working on the Templar Archives. We're going to go Corsair DT. It's going to work on speed for the Zealots. I don't know. I don't see that yet here. But the mutas are going to be pretty good. Although, if that Corsair count gets a little bit too high, it's going to be a bad time for those mutas. They do not want to engage with that splash damage, even the teeniest or tiniest of bits. Is that another base? Dang, Jaedong. 4th base here. Throwing up a pylon over in this direction is Shuttle. I don't know. This is like the slowest cannon rush of all time, but maybe he thinks he can pull it off. We'll have to see here. Ling's moving out. Does he not have speed? I feel like he should have gotten metabolic boost by now. But the Lings are slow. Hoop, 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 hoop. He's going slow Ling and Muta here in the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game. What are we attacking? Oh! We can actually attack these eggs. Apparently they regen health, though. So they're hard to do there. I don't know. Corsair's running around, chasing away that Overlord. DT moving out here, too. Got a pylon on this left side, probably for a 3rd base for Shuttle. But this is not looking good for our Protoss player, man. He needs to make some stuff happen. DT damage versus egg. Pretty good. I take it back. I don't know if these are regenerating or not, but they do take a while to kill for a Dark Templar, so definitely a Vulture would struggle killing all 4 of these to get into a base. At the very least, it would provide some protection. So Dark Templar walking on in here. Overlord says, I see you, DT. I see it here. This pylon was allowed to finish, but it's not actually doing anything else. Dark Templar are going to kill this egg that is making an Overlord, which seems fairly self-preservational to me, although he'd rather kill Zerglings if he can. Oh, sunken from the low ground to the high ground. Getting that one. The pylon getting knocked down here by Jaedong 2, and Storm is on the way from Shuttle. That a 3rd Nexus. Yep, 3rd Nexus coming up here. I keep thinking these are lurker eggs, and I'm like, no, Shuttle, don't expand here. There's lurkers. But no, they're not. They're just permanent eggs, which is a weird thing. Eggs that never hatch and never die, just keep pulsing forever and ever. It's very creepy. Very creepy to experience here. Okay, Corsair hanging out for Shuttle. Got our High Templar working on that energy. Storm is being researched too. The Zealots are here. Do the Zealots have the leg enhancements? I don't know that they do. Gotta see them move before we can tell if they have that upgrade or not. Scourge flying around. Okay, so maybe it wasn't Muta. It was just going to be Scourge here. Hydralisk's going to try to pump up this ramp. Can Hydras not fit through that either? That seems fair. That seems fair enough. They wouldn't be allowed through. Very strange map, though. Hydras dancing around. They don't have any upgrades quite yet. Working on, was that missile attacks? Yep, +1 missile attacks and +1 ground carapace, too. Boy, it takes a while to kill these things. How much armor do they have? Feel like it's a lot. Feel like it is a lot of armor. Extractor, creep colony here. Not a lot of aggression, honestly, out of Shuttle. Other than that one Dark Templar, the Corsair have been kind of flying around a little bit. But definitely not trying to get out there and do too much damage too early in the game. They did force all the Overlords back closer to home, as you can see this. There is no vision for Jaedong out here in the middle of the map, which is probably intended by Shuttle. A lurker aspect is evolving now, so we are going to see some lurker eggs to confuse us, which is going to be very, very fun. Queen's Nest on the way here for Jaedong 2. That's solely going to be to get that hive tech as some Corsairs fly over some of them. Hydras here. Ooh, Dark Templar comes in and says, hey, get off my lawn. This is my front lawn. Go home. Oh, is he blocking this ramp? A little bit. Kind of is. This guy's got kills. Oh, Corsair's getting target fired down. Shuttle. Whoa. I don't know where that control was for Jaedong, but he just lost a bunch of Scourge for basically nothing there. Good job, Corsairs. How you guys doing? All right, you've taken some hits, but you're still alive here. Kadarin Amulet on the way does increase the maximum energy that a High Templar can get before maxing out. I guess that's kind of redundant, and also increases their starting energy by just a tiny bit here Wow, Corsairs flying in, killing an Overlord, taking some shots from some Spore colonies, but otherwise okay. Ha! Spore colonies. That's me combining the StarCraft 2 and the Brood War for sure. Maybe I'll call them that from now on in both games that I cast. Spore colonies. No, they're Spore colonies. I hear you guys. I hear you. Dude, Shuttle is letting Jaedong expand wherever he wants. Is this a 5th base? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is 5 bases for Jaedong in the first 10 minutes here. This is like me playing back when I was 14 and my friends didn't know how to play, and I figured out how to expand real fast, and I'd expand a million times and get a ton of economy and make a billion mutas and just win. And then I played someone who said, no, not allowed. I'm not letting you expand 8 times in the first 3 minutes. What am I, stupid? And they didn't, and they beat me soundly. They were much better than I was. You always find someone who's much better than you are. That's for sure. Found him at college, actually. All my friends where I was from were not as good at StarCraft as I was, and I felt pretty full of myself, but nope. There's always someone who's better. Always a bigger fish, I believe is the line from Star Wars' Phantom Menace. Hey, look! Lurkers! How many are these? A lot. A lot of them popping out there. Oh, sorry, we got Lurker. We got Ling. Working on Metabolic Boost, finally. Jaedong held that off for full 11 minutes in this game. Nidus Network Defiler Mound. Jaedong is doing whatever the heck he wants. Finally, these eggs are getting cleared out. I guess just one side of the row is maybe enough for some units to slip out here, but... Hey, Overlord, no, say the Corsairs. We have +1 attack. Don't mind us. Another Overlord down here might actually die. Corsairs could head down this way if and they wanted. What are they? It's another Overlord. They have speed. It just doesn't matter. Corsairs are zippy. They are incredibly zippy units here. I just feel like this is going to turn into Shuttle. Trying to defend, kind of trying to mind his own business, and then Jaedong just goes Ling, Lurker, Dark Swarm, Corsair, and wins the game. There's your consume. There's your Adrenal Glands. So Adrenal Glands coming up right after Metabolic Boost here. I really love that Jaedong is getting that upgrade. It's such a great upgrade. Adrenal Glands for the win. All right, so moving out with some Dragoons that do have +1 attack, some High Templar that are maxed out on energy. I believe they are. No, getting there, though. Up in the high 100s, close to 200 energy there, which is at least 2 storms, which is fantastic. 2 storms per High Templar is beautiful. All right, so heading on down south here is Shuttle. See the swirly stuff? That's what I'm talking about. Oh, it's an S, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I looked at it, did some Googling, couldn't figure out exactly what the name of that map was and tapped out. A lot of Overlords dying, and I think Jaedong's just kind of cool with it. I'll just keep making Overlords, he says. Don't mind me. I can replace them. They're minerals. I'm really not starving for minerals at this stage of the game, you guys. Oh, the Corsairs! Run! Run, Corsair Shuttle. Run, Shuttles, Corsairs. These Scourge want to murder you right in the face. And then saved by some Dragoons. With +2 attack as well. Alright, Jaedong, time to go. Jaedong swinging around this bottom section of the map. You're going to get caught kind of out of position by some of these Dragoons. No, you can't hide down here, Lings. We saw you. We saw you, said the entire Protoss army. Actually, it's just Lings. I think they were going for a bit of an attack with their Adrenal Glands upgrade. But no, shut down here. Corsairs getting a couple more Scourge, taking shots. Not getting wiped out, though. That's the huge thing. If this Corsair group gets wiped out, Shuttle's in a huge amount of trouble, but they're not. They're maybe 1 or 2 have been picked off, but that's about it. Plague being researched by Jaedong 2. Corsair flying around, scouting the presence of these Lings, making sure these Lings are getting cleared out on this bottom left-hand side. Jaedong just sending little Ling groups across the map here, and a bit of an attempted attack into Jaedong's... Is that his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th base? 7th base, don't mind him. It's a lot of bases here. Another Nexus is already done. Some Lings rolled in, but there were a lot of cannons. Lings with Adrenal Glands were really good, but in numbers against this many cannons, you're not going to have a good time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Yeah. Static defense, y'all. Get the static defense. The robotic support bay on the way here from Shuttle, getting 6 High Templar at a time. Is that what that is? Yes, the High Templar count is going to be crazy good right now. Got the Dragoons just for the anti-air. Got the Archons in here too. The Archon count that he was able to get up against Larva in our Tuesday Brood War was insane. Just incredible amounts. of Archons. They did very well for themselves. Also, the Dragoons pretty good against Lurkers, but not when there's Dark Swarm! There it is. Dark Swarm trying to keep these Lurkers alive longer than they otherwise would. Storm on the right side, making sure Hydras don't get a lot done here. Lings running through Storm. Just Storm all over the place. Dark Swarm, red. Psionic Storm, blue here. Zealots don't actually have legs. What? Oh, we're on the way now. But Zealot legs is great. Another Storm gonna finish off another Lurker, it looks like there. So pretty good attack by Shuttle. It is 182 to 180 supply though. I don't know why he's pulling back. I guess maybe he's out of Storm. Very possibly. Yeah, that Templar didn't have a Storm remaining. He does now, but he didn't at the time. That guy didn't either. This guy does have a couple. Well, one. Has the one. Anyway, Hydra's sitting on +2/+2. Dang, that's good. That's the Ultralisk Cavern on the way from Jaedong too. I do love to see that. Out of Zerg players. Those Ultras, one of my favorite units in all of StarCraft. And I like, too, that they're not super overpowered. It's not like you get Ultras and you just win. There's ways to deal with them. They're melee, for one. They're kind of slow, for another thing. Although, there is that speed upgrade available for Ultras in Brood War that makes them a lot better. Speed upgrades are good. If there's a unit that you can make that has a speed upgrade, research it. It's a good upgrade. I can't think of a single speed upgrade that is entirely ignored by the StarCraft community as a whole. It's just in a game like this where positioning is everything and being able to get from point A to point B fast means something, speed is the way to go. Alright, so holding the middle of the map here. Is our Protoss player Shuttle killing some Overlords. Got some Lings rolling in. They're going to force a cancel on this Nexus attempt. Oh, maybe not. The Zealots coming in, saving the day temporarily, maybe giving some time for the army to come back and deal with this. How many Lurkers and Hydras are there, says Shuttle? Do I need to bring the whole army back to handle these dudes? Maybe. Maybe I do. Good Storm on the high ground, good Storm on the ramp, man. Coming down a ramp as a Hydralisk when there's Storm available. It's just such a scary, scary prospect. Archons holding the front here, doing that splash damage. So very, very well. Some Lings at the top here getting taken down by a combination of Archons and Dragoons. Some Hydras trying to do this too, but man. Archon chasing everyone back right now. This Archon has 3 kills. He's almost super dead, but not completely dead yet. So he saved the Nexus. Good job, Shuttle. Well played indeed. Army supply maxed out for Shuttle at 186 for Jaedong. I just feel like he's waiting for Ultras. He's getting chitinous plating. He's actually upgrading the Overlord's sight range, which I don't think I've ever seen anybody get in a professional game that I've cast yet. I used to get it when I played Brood War, but again, when I was younger, but no. Not there. Not all that common. How you doing, Defiler? You have enough energy to take this sucker down? There is the Observer. Scouts, takes down the Lurker. Ooh, almost gets that Defiler. Good dodge, though. Way to get out of that Storm, Mr. Defiler. That is what I like to see. Another Lurker on the high ground gets picked off there. That Storm will take it down pretty low. And then a Dragoon or two can finish it off. The Defiler goes down after chucking down a Plague on this very, very non-Archon army. Oh, where are you going, guys? Is it bad pathing? I think that was just bad pathing. I think they were supposed to go with the rest of the army and they couldn't, so they took an alternate route right through Zerg Heaven. That was not ideal. Not ideal at all. Ling's going for a run by here. Lurker's getting on top of these Dragoons. They're already plagued, which is not what you want to see. There's already plagued units fighting against the Swarm. It is not great at all, man. Handful of Lings and a Defiler could do a lot of stuff right here, and that is what we're seeing. There's the Dark Swarm. There's the other Dark Swarm. You just focus down these buildings in here. The cannons do literally nothing to help with this. Storm coming back. High Templar coming back, trying to save the thing, but no, the Nexus goes down. A lot of Lings are going to die here, but that is a fair trade. Absolutely hugely fair trade. Here come the drops. Are these the Ultralisk drops? I feel like they are. Taking a lot of cannon shots, though. Those Storms are amazing, too, though. Whoa! Is that a feint? Hang on. No, that was an attempted drop by Jaedong that got absolutely cleaned up and wiped out by Shuttle. Holy crap. 196 to 159 supply right now. Shuttle decides maybe it's time to push. I think that was a Doom Drop attempt. Getting the speed. Anabolic Synthesis for faster Ultralisk movement here. But I think I just wiped out most of Jaedong's army. I think maybe I can make something happen here. And by golly, he's trying. Getting the Reavers out. Zealots here holding against the Lings. Storm's making sure the Lings can't get too much of a surround. Reaver taking some lurker shots there, getting a nice shot on those Zerglings. Everybody dying. The control of Shuttle is really good right now. Gets a plague on a couple of these shuttles. I'm not sure how much that actually matters. Making some links. Those storms were perfect. Perfect storms on display from Shuttle. Reaver's having a gay old time. Flintstones opening theme song coming into my head there for some reason. It's just a happy time is what it is. Is he going to be able to hold here? I don't know, man. Somehow Jaedong's back up to 190 supply. Here come the Ultras, though. Ultras up. Dark Swarm making the Dragoons effectively useless against them. Entirely useless against them. Their Reavers in the back trying to make something happen here. 2 Storms on the Hydras. Ultras getting taken down with the combination of Reaver shots and Archon shots there, too. And suddenly, a lot of supply just disappeared, but more Ultras are running on in right now. That is a lot of Ultralisks. Roar, roar, they say. That is the sound that they make, and now they're pushing, and somehow Jaedong was able to make like 15 Ultralisks in the face of certain death. That's why you have a bank, man. Oh, we Nidus over here. And the camera followed with the Nidus push. That's interesting. Kind of like it. You guys fully upgraded? Heck yes, you're fully upgraded. You got speed. You got kindness plating. You have +3 attack. You are boss. You guys. Big old crazy claws coming off the back there. Delicious. All right, so 183 to 148 supply. There was a chance for Shuttle to make something happen there. There was. But at this point, the Ultras are out. The Dark Swarm is really good. The upgrades are fantastic. I mean, sure, you want to make more Reavers? Yes. You're trying to get Arbiters in here for a recall? Maybe send a bit of the army where Jaedong is not and get something done. But I feel like this base is, which was replaced, by the way, is extremely vulnerable to... Oh, what the heck? Guardians. Wow, all right. We're going to go Guardians here and Ultras. Jaedong is giving us a treat, man. He's giving us all of the tier 3 stuff that Zerg is capable of. All right, Guardian. Guardian cocoon eggs always reminded me of something. I'm not sure what it is. I guess they do kind of look like penises, if you want to really get into that. A little phallic that way. But here comes some Mutalisk. I guess the Corsair count is not what it used to be, so Muta's going to be a little bit more effective. You guys going? You're positioning like you're going. Guardians are going to lead the charge here. Do they have upgrades? They got +1 Flyer Carapace. But that's it. Oh, Storm is so good, though. Okay, one Guardian dies almost instantly. And the other one dies next. Yeah, man. Storms. Storms against Guardians. If you have trouble with Guardians, get Storm. Remember, I'm telling you these things. Reaver drop. Maybe. Alright, well, this is just too much Zerg. I know the Archons are trying to do it. The Storm are trying to as well. The Reaver Micro's pretty great here. What a chaotic scene right now. But, man, the Reavers are getting clobbered, completely gone. Storm on the Ultras. A lot of Ultras are dying. But the Guardians are a problem. 183 to 146 supply. Here comes the Arbiter. Are you going to do a recall, Mr. Arbiter? Or just get scourged right on down? Almost. Almost scourged right on down. You have a remaining 24 hit points, which is not great. Siege unit Guardians are here. Oh, hey, a huge Ling Ultra drop. Up here in the main base of Shuttle. That's going to be it. There's no way Shuttle comes back from this thing. I know Caster Curse is a real thing that people like to talk about, but man, sometimes when it's over, it's over. Boy, howdy. Even some defilers here, just in case you need them for something. Everything being produced out of these gateways is getting immediately destroyed. There's a bit of an attack down here from Shuttle with a lot of Zealots and an Archon. Zealots do have +3 attack, +2 armor, and +1 shields here. Plasma shields. But, man, all your production stuff is out. Got some units down here like they were supposed to be invited to that party, but they weren't, and they're very sad about it. Yeah, Hydra's holding this high ground. This means they can't be surrounded in their 3/3 Hydras. You're going to lose some Hydras in this situation, but eventually these are all going to be cleaned out, and that's your good game. Shuttle's out! And Jaedong wins this thing in 24 minutes and 14 seconds. Wow, Shuttle, he had a little tiny window, man. He won that engagement in the middle so handily. Came up here, he was pushing the front, but the Ultras popped, and that was the end of that. He didn't have enough answer for friggin' 15 Ultras that Jaedong brought to the party. The Dark Swarm was really good. That first drop got absolutely massacred, and the drop of the Lings and the Ultras clearing everything out in the main base too. Let's check out that final score before we wrap up here. And yeah, as usual in a PvZ, produced way more did the Zerg player compared to the Protoss player. Killed way more too. Lost 505 of his 752 units. Structures aren't necessarily fair in a ZVP, but the gas mined here definitely more for Jaedong. More minerals and spent about 14,000 more than his Protoss player did. His macro was through the roof, and it really paid off. All right, so good job by the Jaedong. Oh, I said the Jaedong. Sorry, guys. By Jaedong. Making it happen against Shuttle, a very talented Korean Protoss of his own. But Zerg gets the win today. Okay, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with another StarCraft Brood War Remastered upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.